What do you think about your looks that make you appealing to women? Many men believe that the best way to win a woman's heart is to become the perfect man she wants. However, this is completely wrong. Women may describe their dream man as having good looks, good taste in clothes, and gentlemanly behavior. But all of this is pointless when they meet a man who is high value and compellingly challenging. Today's movie will look at 8 important traits of a man who is a challenge. When you look at these traits through the lens of Stoicism, you will gain the skills you need to be challenging and draw people. Any woman's gaze with ease. Before we start, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any fun and interesting videos. After watching this video, please leave a comment with your thoughts and share it with someone you think will enjoy it. Now let's focus and open our minds to the information that will help you become a high-value, attractive person, which will make your relationships better. First, be honest about who you are. When guys see a pretty woman and want to catch her eye, their first instinct might be to change how they act or behave. It's natural to want to be the best version of yourself, but there's a thin line between self-improvement and giving up your values. Yes, it's important to be respectful and care about how you look, but fundamentally changing who you are to please someone else is not the answer. For example, if you meet someone and start acting differently right away, maybe you pretend to be more interested in her hobbies than you really are, or you change your style to fit what you think she likes. At first, this might not seem like a big deal, but over time, it hurts your sense of self. Women can tell when a man is being genuine versus when he's putting on a show, and being honest is much more attractive than any facade you could make. This idea is deeply connected to Stoicism. Stoic philosophy tells us to be true to ourselves, to live by our values, and to not care about what other people think or say. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote a lot about how important it is to be honest and stay true to yourself. He thought that our inner character is much more important than how we look or what other people think of us. Think of the story of Hercules, who was at a fork in the road and had to choose between the easy path of pleasure and the hard path of virtue. Hercules picked virtue, knowing that it would be harder but more rewarding in the end. Do the same in your interactions. Pick the road of honesty and virtue. Stay true to who you are, even if it's harder than just copying what other people want. Now let's get down to business. Let's say you really enjoy a certain activity or hobby, like reading theory or playing a certain sport. When you meet someone new, don't hide or change this part of your life. Instead, share it with them. But what if she doesn't like it, you might ask? Remember that the goal is not to make her like you by pretending to be someone else, but to find someone who likes you for who you are. When you're getting ready for a date, it's nice to look good, but make sure you dress in a way that shows off your style, not just what you think she wants to see. For example, if you like wearing classic pieces that will never go out of style, dress in a way that shows that. If you like a more casual, laid-back look, go for it. The important thing is to be comfortable and sure of yourself in what you wear, because that confidence will naturally attract others. In the end, the Stoic way to attract women or anyone else is to focus on becoming the best version of yourself without sacrificing your values. When you find your own style and stick to your values, you give off an authentic and irresistible confidence. You will no longer be a less than perfect version of someone else's ideal. You will be the best version of yourself. So the next time you want to change for someone else, remember that real attraction comes from being yourself. Take pride in your morals. Develop your strengths and let your true self shine through. This will help you attract the right people into your life and give you self-respect and inner strength that will serve you well in all areas of your life. Keep them guessing. In the world of Stoicism, there's deep wisdom in being a mystery. An interesting and deep man. People often find the mysterious man more appealing than the man who tells you everything right away. This is because being a challenge is inherently attractive. Complexity and individuality are attractive to people, especially women, even if they don't say it out loud. For example, a man who is very open about his interests and shares every detail of his life without holding back can become dull. On the other hand, A man who keeps a mystery around him and only shows a few layers of his personality at a time can become interesting. He becomes a puzzle that women can't resist. Think of Marcus Aurelius was a great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He was known for having deep thoughts and being quiet. His knowledge wasn't obvious to everyone, which made his ideas even more valuable. Like everyone else, women are drawn to things they can't easily understand or control. This need for the unknown is what drives attraction. To understand this, think of an onion. Each layer hides another. Women are often interested in a man whose character has layers. Each layer peeled away reveals something new and interesting, keeping the relationship going. Dynamic and interesting. This doesn't mean lying. It means having a rich, multifaceted personality that isn't fully revealed at once. For example, you might have a deep-seated belief in certain values or experiences that have shaped who you are today. Share these in small amounts and let them be discovered over time. If a woman sees that there's always more to learn about you, she's more likely to stay interested and invested in ISM. Being mysterious isn't about having fun. It's about following the rule of balance and self-control. Instead of letting everyone know what you're thinking and feeling, use the power of silence and the strength of subtlety. This will help you not only attract mystery, but also find inner peace and strength. Imagine someone in your life whose mystique makes other people want to be close to them. It could be a coworker who quietly but meaningfully shares his thoughts, or a friend whose many interests are slowly revealed. These people often leave a lasting impression because they are not an open book. Instead, they are a compelling story that unfolds slowly, drawing others in to turn the pages with interest. Being mysterious doesn't mean being distant or hard to get close to. It means having a quiet confidence and an inner world that is rich and varied, but not fully exposed at once. It means having a sense of self-possession and a calm, sure presence. People, including women, are naturally drawn to people who are mysterious and interesting. Embrace your inner enigma and let your true self slowly emerge. This will not only make you more attractive, but also help you build deeper, more meaningful connections based on genuine interest and curiosity. Remember that the journey of discovery is one of the most exciting parts of any relationship. Let your layers be peeled back slowly, revealing the fascinating person you truly are. Number 3. Be determined in your pursuit of your goals. Too often, men make big mistakes in their interactions with women because they are too willing to give up on their goals. While talking to a woman he likes, a man might be quick to give up his goals if her goals don't match up with his. This need to fit in can come across as desperate and unappealing. If you're really into your career or a hobby and you meet a woman whose interests don't exactly match yours, you might think it's better to show her how much you're willing to change for her instead of sticking to your goals. However, this is the wrong way to do it. By trying to make artificial similarities and giving up on your goals, you risk coming across as needy and, that being said, there is a man who stays in power by staying true to his ambitions. This unwavering dedication to personal goals is incredibly attractive. When a woman sees that you aren't willing to change or give up on your ambitions for her, it shows that you have a strong sense of self and purpose. This is where Stoicism comes in. It teaches us to stay true to our principles and not let outside influences change us. Say you've always wanted to start your own business and meet someone who doesn't understand or support this goal. Instead of giving in to her, you should explain why this goal is important to you and continue to work hard toward it. This shows that you are determined and sure of yourself, which can make you more attractive. This approach can also be good for your relationship, because if she asks you to change for her, you can show her that you are willing to face challenges and stick to your beliefs, which makes you more interesting and desirable. Women often find men who are tough to win over more beautiful, because it shows that they are strong and sure of themselves. To follow your ambitions, you may need to set limits and put your goals in order of importance. When you tell her that you have to miss an important business meeting to spend time with her, you're showing that you respect your goals while also being considerate. You're showing that you value your ambitions. On a deeper level, Stoicism teaches us the value of inner strength and resilience. By staying true to your ambitions, you demonstrate these stoic qualities. You show that you are not easily swayed by outside opinions or pressures, and that you have the mental fortitude to pursue what truly matters to you. This strength of character can be very attractive. Embracing your ambitions and staying true to them is not only a core principle of Stoicism, but it's also a powerful way to attract women. These traits are very attractive. You are self-reliant, sure of yourself, and have a clear direction in life. By being unwavering in your pursuits, you set yourself apart as someone who is not easily moved, making a challenge that many women can't resist. Remember that the key is to balance your goals with respect and care for others. This will show that you are both driven and caring, which is a great combination that is sure to get you noticed. 4. Be firm in your choices. When it comes to beauty, one trait stands out: having very good sense. A lot of women find this very attractive. What makes the difference between men who don't get noticed and men who do is how they think. Let's look at this through the lens of Stoicism, which can help us become men with strong morals and unwavering principles. Think of two kinds of guys. People in the first group change what they think and do based on what society says is right and wrong. They don't think twice about following the crowd. They never question the status quo. These men don't have strong beliefs and values, which makes them seem unsure of what they want and easily swayed. On the other hand, true alpha males, those who are sure of themselves and effortlessly attract women, question everything around them. They don't mindlessly follow the crowd or conform to societal norms. Instead, they look at the bigger picture and make decisions based on their principles and well-thought-out judgment. This type of man embodies the Stoic ideal of living according to one's own understanding instead of being a slave to outside pressures. Imagine that your friends want to go drinking every weekend. The conformist would go along with them without thinking twice because he wants to fit in. But the man with good judgment would question this routine because it doesn't fit with his goals or values. Instead, he might choose to spend his time more productively, maybe working on a personal project, reading, or doing activities that help him grow. This man's determination based on his values sets him apart in a world where many people act just because everyone else is doing it. Be the kind of man who stands firm against the tide. This shows that you have a strong personality and the ability to think for yourself and stick to your beliefs. Women naturally like guys who are themselves and don't easily give in to social norms. By taking this stoic stance, you build a character that is strong and dependable. Your decisions become firm because they are based on careful thought rather than passing social trends. This steadiness is both a sign of knowledge and a great way to get noticed. Women like men who are sure of what they believe and don't mind living by it, so push yourself to be that kind of man. Follow the Stoic way of thinking and make choices based on your ideals and principles. Show the world and the women around you that you are a guy with strong morals and judgment. This isn't just about getting women to like you, it's about becoming the best person you can be. Someone who is respected, admired, and truly attractive because of the strength and clarity of their beliefs. If you've read this far and are still with us, I invite you to take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments section below, or just type "fantastic" to show your dedication. Your involvement shows that you understand our message. Let's keep going with number 5. Make them work for it. Many men miss this important point. When a woman shows interest, they react with too much eagerness, like a thirsty traveler finding an oasis. This overzealousness can be off-putting because it makes the woman think that the man values attention over a real connection. Men often don't think about whether they really enjoy the woman's flaws because they're too focused on getting attention right away and not giving much thought to the future. If you want to attract women in a meaningful way, you need to have a stoic attitude. Know what kind of woman you want in your life and be strict about sticking to those standards. When you turn down women who don't meet your standards, you challenge them. When women see that your standards are high, they will be more interested and driven to meet them. This is because women naturally like men who are picky and have high standards. If a woman shows interest but doesn't engage in meaningful conversations or acts selfishly, you should politely distance yourself. This not only shows that you respect yourself, but it also lets her know that you won't settle for anyone. By doing this, you become a trophy in their eyes, someone they want to be with. Another example could be if you value health and fitness. You can send this message without being overt by staying fit and doing things that reflect these values. When a woman sees that you're strict about your beliefs and won't give in, she may be motivated to follow your lead. Adopting this way of thinking is similar to the Stoic principle of self-control and inner strength. You're not driven by short-term wants or outside approval. Instead, you stay true to your values, which makes you more attractive and desired. When women see that you have high standards and want a partner who can match them, they will know that you are not just any guy. Practicing Stoicism also means being patient and realizing that deep bonds take time to form, rather than jumping into relationships too quickly. You get to know someone well and decide if she shares your views. People like this kind of patience because it shows that you're not desperate for attention, but rather looking for a real connection by not making things easy for them. You tell women they need to get to your level. This selective method not only brings in good partners, but it also boosts your sense of self-worth and Stoic principles. It changes the situation so that they want to win, which makes them even more interested and impressed. By applying these Stoic principles to your relationships, you develop a sense of inner strength and self-respect that is clearly attractive. Women will see you as a serious man who wants a partner who can live up to his standards. This method not only makes you more attractive, but it also makes sure that the connections you make are based on genuine compatibility and mutual respect. Number 6. If you want to attract women, respond instead of reacting. To test a man's character and calmness, women often throw different challenges at him. These challenges come in different forms, and each one needs a different kind of response. For example, you're talking to her, and she makes a playful but pointed comment about your career or aspirations. Instead of getting defensive or angry, you pause, think about what she said, and respond with confidence and clarity. This shows that you are in control of your emotions and focused on your goals, which is something that women really like. Interested. Let us look into the Stoic principle behind this. Stoicism tells us to always keep our cool and be clear-headed. Marcus Aurelius stressed how important it is to be cool and in control of yourself. If you follow these rules, you will not only be able to handle problems with grace, but you will also show a deep inner strength. Think of a common example: you're on a date, and plans suddenly change because of something out of your control. Instead of getting angry, you take a moment to think about what happened and come up with a new plan, suggesting a new activity or place. This shows that you can adapt and keep your cool, which are traits that women like in men. A strong and sure of himself man responds instead of reacting. The fact that you can stay strong in the face of adversity shows that you know what you want and what you stand for. Women are naturally drawn to men. Stoics are people who are strong and stable, and adding them into your daily life can help you develop this skill. Work out mindfulness. Think about your reactions and try to figure out what's making you feel that way. By doing this, you build the strength and calmness that make you a magnetic and attractive person. Responding thoughtfully instead of impulsively also shows that you value your inner peace and keep your emotions in check. Women like guys who can stay calm and collected, especially when things are stressful. It shows that you are grown up and can handle the problems of life with grace in social settings. Imagine that you are at a party and someone says something rude about you in front of other people. Instead of getting angry or embarrassed, you respond with a calm and funny comment, which diffuses the situation and protects your honor. This ability to stay calm under pressure is very attractive and sets you apart from others. Stoicism tells us that we can't change the things that happen to us, but we can change how we react to them. If you adopt this way of thinking, you'll be able to handle life's uncertainties with poise. According to Stoic principles, the difference between responding and reacting can have a big effect on your interactions with women. This is because it shows that you can provide stability and support, which are important qualities in any meaningful relationship. You learn to control your feelings, keep your eyes on your goals, and deal with problems with grace. This not only makes you more beautiful, but it also helps you make connections that are deeper and more satisfying. Don't forget that a man who responds with thought is in charge of his life, and that is a challenge worth seeking. Make talks more interesting. In the past, people believed deeply and wrongly that women were not as smart as men. This false belief was not only unfair, but also completely false. Today we know that women are very smart people who value others' wisdom and energy. This insight is directly related to the Stoic idea that virtue and knowledge are more important than things above all else. Imagine you are at a social event and see a man who talks in simple terms, talks about boring topics, and doesn't offer anything. At least on the surface, this kind of behavior can seem like it lacks intellectual interest and depth. Women can easily tell when someone isn't stimulating their minds, and this can be a big turnoff. It's like the Stoic idea that we should aim for excellence in our actions and thoughts instead of settling for mediocrity. Now, let's look at the opposite situation. Imagine a man who has deep, thought-provoking chats with other people and doesn't just talk to fill the void. He shares his thoughts, asks deep questions, and actively listens. Instead of talking about unimportant things, he digs into things like the philosophy of happiness, how old wisdom affects modern life, or the most recent book that made him think deeply about something. Women are very interested in men who are intellectually active. It shows that he values knowledge and is passionate about learning, which is a great match for the serious pursuit of wisdom. Women like men who are mentally strong and ready for a challenge. They want someone who can respectfully argue about different points of view and ideas. They want someone who sees every conversation as a chance to grow. This fits perfectly with the Stoic practice of seeing challenges as a way to grow as a person. When you're on a first date, instead of making small talk, you bring up an interesting subject, like the Stoic idea of amor fati, which means loving one's fate. You talk about how accepting everything that happens, good or bad, can make your life more satisfying. Opens up a place for a meaningful exchange of ideas and shows how deeply you think. Your date is interested in your point of view, feels a stronger connection with you, and respects your intellectual ability. Women don't just want a partner. They want someone who can intellectually challenge them, someone who makes them think, and someone who can help them grow. By starting meaningful conversations, you show that you are a person of substance who values wisdom and knowledge. This makes you genuinely attractive. If you want to attract women, focus on starting meaningful conversations. Push yourself to go beyond the superficial, and you'll find that women are drawn to your intellectual vitality. Just as Stoicism teaches us to seek wisdom and excellence, bringing that mindset to your interactions can make you genuinely attractive. Eighth, have talks that make you curious, help you grow, and show that you're committed to living a life that you have thought about and examined. Keep your goals high. Have you ever noticed that guys who get a lot of attention from women don't seem to put in much effort? They don't seem to be constantly complimenting women, but they still manage to get their attention. On the other hand, you could be giving the most beautiful and artistic compliments, but they don't seem to have the same effect. The difference is in how you approach them. Those other guys know the value of being a challenge, which is a Stoic principle. Staying in charge of one's feelings and deeds. Imagine you're at a social gathering. You see a guy surrounded by women, but he's not doing much. He's listening, giving a nod here and there, maybe offering a brief comment. On the other hand, you're pouring your heart out, giving elaborate compliments like your eyes are like the stars in the night sky, captivating and endless. Yet this guy who barely says anything seems to be getting all the attention. Why? Because he makes his approval something to be earned. Women find it more rewarding to gain the attention of someone who doesn't give it away easily. This doesn't mean you should never compliment a woman. It means you should be selective and genuine. When you hold back, your compliments become more meaningful. For example, instead of saying you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, say something simple and true like, you have a nice smile. This subtlety makes your words carry more weight. It keeps her guessing and interested. Now let's take it a step further. Suppose you notice a woman is putting in effort to get your attention. Maybe she's initiating conversations more often, dressing up when she knows you'll be around, or trying to impress you with her knowledge or skills. This is when you can acknowledge her efforts. Say something specific like, "I like how you always have interesting things to say," or, "I like how passionate you are about your hobbies." These statements show that you've noticed her efforts without being too flattering. This method isn't about playing games. It's about learning about psychology and learning to control yourself. Women will value your opinion more because it's not given away for free. Over time, you'll notice a change. They'll start to see you as a leader whose approval is worth getting. This makes you the alpha. Embracing this Stoic principle makes you more self-controlled and discerning. It also sets a higher standard for yourself and those around you. People, including women, will strive to meet these standards, which builds respect and admiration. Your presence becomes more magnetic and influential, not because you're trying too hard, but because you've mastered the art of being a challenge. This method not only helps you attract women, but it also fits with Stoic values of self-control, discernment, and genuine appreciation. By not being easily impressed, you create a dynamic where people are motivated to earn your respect, making your interactions more meaningful and impactful. This is how you become the alpha, the most attractive guy in any setting. It's clear that the path to self-improvement and real connections is both difficult and rewarding. From not changing ourselves just to attract others to the deep appeal of not being easily impressed, each of the principles we've talked about serves as a cornerstone in building a more attractive and authentic self. Remember that attraction from a Stoic point of view isn't about manipulation or superficial tactics. It's about developing a strong inner character, embracing your true self, and engaging with others in a way that reflects your deepest values and virtues. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be one." This advice is timeless and especially useful as you navigate the complexities of relationships. Whether you are trying to attract someone or just become a better version of yourself, let these Stoic teachings guide you. Focus on being authentic, being strong and honest. By treating each other with respect and genuine appreciation, you not only attract the right people into your life, but you also make lasting bonds that are based on more than just initial attraction. As we say goodbye in this video, take these ideas and use them in your own life. Try using these principles in your daily interactions and see how they change your relationships and personal growth. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below, or just type, "I'm a challenge," and let's keep going on this journey together, helping each other live a good and happy life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions and insights. If you want to go deeper, watch the suggested videos that appear on the screen now. Until next time, try to be good all the time, and let your true self show in everything you do.